down by 14 points as you saw in the first half, and the Brady train coming back, and we came back, touchdown Gronkowski. We were leading now in the fourth quarter, so there was a controversial. When I say that, it means that immediately after the game, that Phil Simms and everybody was saying, well, the Jets had a touchdown call back and they overturned it and it wasn't fair. How many times that wasn't fair with the ref called offensive pass interference on us? You know, the little guy, Amendola. They call offensive interference on Amendola. I mean, that's treacherous. So don't tell me that it was a bad call. Technically, I wish everything in the world will operate when people will see evidence, clearly convincing evidence, not just from what people tell you, like the Las Vegas. Nobody saw anything. Nobody even saw paddock with a huge surveillance environment surroundings, you know, in and out, not one shadow. It's a ghost. So how can you not debunk that? But this play that they were talking about, they say Jenkins were coming back. Wait, I just want to rewind a little bit, all right? If you want to say that like the ref was leaning on to favor the Patriots, then you are so wrong. Because a couple plays before that, if you remember, McCowan, I'm talking about the Jets quarterback, had intentional grounding. Obviously, it was so clear. He had no receiver, and we scrambled around because Patricia was yelling, and then we finally got the ability to blitz the quarterback, and he threw the ball. There was no receiver, so it's intentional grounding. And supposedly, yeah, you gotta go like past the line of scrimmage. They say, well, he was out of the box, right? You know, it's all imaginary box. If you know, I mean, I'm sure you know about football. There's this imaginary box, the line of scrimmage. And then if he's pressured, you know, he still have to find a receiver. Otherwise, it's called intentional grounding. It's a huge penalty. They would have backed them up and lost it down. But you stole that from us, from the Patriots. I need another hat, by the way. I don't know why someone keeps stealing my jackets. Who's stealing my jackets? I had a vintage jackets from the New England Patriots and the old Minutemen. I can't believe that. My room, it's a satiny, like the football in high school. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, shit. Like the jocks will wear, a satiny jacket with the Minutemen holding the football. I love that. Asshole, you know who you are. Stole my jacket, bastard. Probably Matt. I don't know. Why would they do that? I don't know. They don't even like my team. Maybe out of spite or whatever. So I'm talking about the last play. Going to the yard. I'm trying to finish my thoughts about Jenkins. Jenkins, they said he got into the end zone, the Patriots. So when I say that unfair calling, they gave you the first down, right? Instead of penalizing the Jets for intentional grounding. So then 2 plays later, this Jets guy, Jenkins, supposedly, I mean, he had the ball, but, you know, thank God for the evidences in the end zone, the cam, clearly that showed that he lost possession. Well, thank God for our good tackling forces, my favorite guys. Hightowers, and that's my favorite guys, McCourty. But, you know, I think the only person that I favor the most is Malcolm, the Alabama Crimson Tide. But I love this man. I love this man. He has heart. Not just because he won the Super Bowl for us. I'm talking about this person. This man has heart. All right? He has heart. And I'm sure that he is not going to protest against the national anthem and the flag. And I was really sick by Roger Goodell. Anyways, let's not get into that. Let's just say, you know, from your eyeballs, seeing the footage, Jenkins went in the end zone, the ball juggled loose. The law of physics dictate when the ball is loose, That means what? It's in the air, and he had no possession, even though he grasped it. But by the time he regained possession, he was out of the end zone. See, supposedly he went through the pylon and went out of the end zone. Then the Jets people were crying, foul, it's supposed to be a touchdown. But after reviewing, if he had possession, if the ball didn't come loose, and thank God for finally our Patriot defense came up big, I say, 谢谢你，谢谢。爱国者 Patriots is 爱国者. It's a great word in if you didn't know in Chinese. So I think it's a very important symbol. Symbols are important. The devil uses their symbols, but the symbols are important that God, uses to regain His glory. 爱国者. It means someone who loves their country. It's what patriot defined that. That's one marvelous thing about Chinese is I love the description because they have syllables. It's genius of every word. Anyway, so it's someone who loves their country. 爱 is love. Okay, look it up if you don't believe it. 爱国者, love, a person who loves the country. So with that said, the ball juggled in Jenkins' hand, and when you go back to the replay, and that's why the ref have to reverse the so-called touchdown, because you know how it is that when their opposing team that try to touch the pylon and being pushed and everything, because if the ball touches the pylon, it's considered a touchdown. You see what I'm saying? If you run it in, as long as the ball, even the nose of it, crosses the goal line, it's a touchdown. Providing that no part of your body, like your knee, they consider that you're down when your knee hits the ground, any part of it. So if the ball is going like this and your knee hits the ground, then they're gonna bring it back. Even inches, football is about a game of inches. That's why there's evidence. So if you want to argue about the evidence, then you have to go erase that tape, or somehow you have to Photoshop it or whatever to show that the ball didn't move, because the ball moved as Jenkins was going out of the end zone. That's the argument. Immediately they're stubbing their eyeballs. The refs again, right there. They have to say that because the ball juggled, and that's why it's a touchback. You see what I'm saying? Because the ball juggled when he was going out. It's about milliseconds. That's probably the only good call. I had to say that. Well, no, I don't say that, because when the ref called against the Patriots, and I said it's bogus. But just imagine that all these so-called offensive interference and all that kind of stuff, that's only been recent years since Patriots winning the championship. So think about it. Think about it. Who can call offensive interference? I mean, if you can, defend yourself, because the defenders supposedly that if they held the position or something that they're established, but you have to go around them. But if they come at you, there's no way you can say, well, I can put my arms up. It's just the perception a lot of times. So we got to break that habit from the ref anyways, from calling the Patriots, especially Gronkowski, in important games. Do not call the Patriots offensive interference. You hear that? Okay, so with that said, Patriots on top of AFC East, and we still got a long ways to go. Come on, defense! You gotta really, I guess, strengthen. I don't know. I mean, Matt Patricia cannot go out there and play for these people. So the players, man, Dante Hightowers, McCourty, you're so fast. Again, I would say, go Alabama, Crimson Tides. What did I just say, Alabama? Yeah, that's what I just said. Alabama, Crimson Tides. That's right. That's my man Butler. Somehow I love that. It's, what do you call that? The butler. It takes a butler Not to like, ignore Tom Brady and all that kind of stuff. He was very nervous and upset though when we were down by 14 points. You can see that I was yelling like, come on everybody. So this coincides where someone told me that, these so-called top quarterbacks that, got a little diva-ish, but hey, whatever it takes, just get wins. So this guy, Chris Hogan, man, Chris Hogan, he has heart. I hope he's okay, because he seemed like he got shaken up a little bit. So you're okay. Yeah, New England Patriots. I don't know if we're gonna have a bye week. Better watch out for the Buffaloes. That's what I'm saying, because we just own the tiebreaker right now. Ooh, wow. I don't want to talk about gambling or whatever, but I think. Let me peek over there. Ooh, I don't know if the Bears did come back. Trubisky.